Hey guys, Buffy Game Back today, bringing another video, and today we'll be covering the Season 4 refresh, or as it's dubbed by Activision and Infinity Ward, Season 4 Reloaded. So you can see here on screen what we're going to get high level is going to be, basically we're going to get that new weapon here in the refresh. We're also going to get a new operator, which is interesting since we just got Gaz last week in that bundle with him. So we're going to be getting Roze this week. We're going to get a 200 Battle Royale player mode, so not sure if all modes are going to be updated to 200 players or if it's just going to be a specific mode for only 200 players. Maybe that'll be a quad game mode, but we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be a temporary game mode or if it's going to be here to stay. We're also going to be getting, as I said, the new map, Cheershire Park, along with the new operator Roze. Like I said, in the triple tier feed, we're going to be getting double XP, double weapon XP, as well as double tier boost for the Season 4 tier. We're also going to be getting a new gunfight blueprint, which looks to be very similar to an OG type M4 with that carrying handle for the M16 that I know a lot of you guys were asking about. This blueprint itself looks to be more along the lines of a OG type M4, so that's pretty nice to see. Can't wait to see what that looks like when we're able to get our hands on it and take a look at it. Some limited time modes and also updates. We're going to be getting Jugernaut Royales as well as new Gulag weapons. Going to be in a new contract called Supply Run. We're also going to be getting a new multiplayer mode called Team Defender, and then there's also going to be the addition of the Spotter Scope into Warzone. So pretty interesting update here. You can see in the graphic that they gave us, you can see Roze, and she's got that tactical helmet with the chops, the side chops there that are basically extra armor protection on the cheeks, and it also looks like she has almost like a nose up head protection with just slits in the eye holes there as well. So she's got the chops on, which are typically armored, as well as the nice tactical helmet there, and it looks like she is you can see on the helmet, you see the United States flag, so it looks like she's going to be on the coalition side to my knowledge, but again, the Allegiance, I feel like I read it in this blog post that she's going to be an Allegiance operator, so I have to wait and see. I'm judging by the fact that we have a U.S. flag that she will be a coalition operator, so I have to wait and see. Also in the graphic, you can see the Ace 32 or the Ace 31 different variant here of the Galil Ace, and again, this looks to be a brand new blueprint that I'm assuming she will come with in the store tomorrow. So again, you can see it's basically a nice looking blueprint of the CR 56 AMAX or the Ace Galil, the modernized variation of the Galil for modern day times. Again, in game, that's going to be the Ace 31 or the 32. We can make a couple different variants, so you can check out the different conversions we did here on the channel below. But that looks like it's going to be a specific blueprint to her, which is going to be pretty neat to see as well. Now, as I said, Battle Royale will be going to 200 players, so this is actually just going to be a limited time mode. It's not going to be all modes updated. I'm sure they just got, since this is the first time they're releasing it, it's probably going to be almost like a public beta type mode here with the limited time mode. See how it works, take feedback, and pivot and adjust from there. So this will at least last probably the week, maybe two, seeing how bad the lag is, or if it's buggy, or just how it plays with an extra 50 players. Could get pretty hectic right off the bat of a lot of the matches, I'm sure, but it also may add, it may entice people to camp less, run around a little bit more. You're going to be in more firefights, which is good. I know sometimes, even in quads, when you get into some of the later game or mid game, it can slow down quite a bit. You may not see teams as much, which we'll have to see how this is with an extra 50 players. It could get pretty crazy. So that'll be actually really fun to play. I'm pretty excited for that. Whether that's going to be just quads, I'm assuming that's the limited time mode that it's going to be. It could also be trios, but again, we'll have to just wait and see. I'm assuming quads as it is 200 players. So that's going to be coming, as well as the update itself. Again, that'll be live for the West Coast later tonight on June 29th, and then the East Coast early in the morning. So the update itself is going to be around 22 to 36 gigabytes, depending on which version you have, whether it's free to play or you own the actual game, and then depending on which console you have as well. So look out for that. That'll be coming later tonight, as I said, based on where you're located around the globe, and that'll be coming later tonight or early in the morning. So be sure, if you're on PlayStation, for example, like myself, that you have your PlayStation set to rest mode. I did the same thing when the Season 4 launched, and by the time I got up in the morning, everything was downloaded and ready to go, which was really nice. I'm definitely not going to be staying up, because by the time the update is pushed East Coast time here around 2 a.m., probably won't finish the update till around maybe 4, 5, or possibly even 6. So I'll just set my PlayStation on rest mode, and then you'll be able to wake up with a nice fresh version of Season 4 Reloaded, which would be pretty cool to see. So there's also going to be something added called the Starter Pack. So they had a nice graphic here. I'll show it on screen. This is basically a new thing they're doing going forward. I know they do it with things like Fortnite and some other games, but basically what it is, starter pack for $5. So you get an operator skin, you get some Call of Duty points, and then you get a weapon blueprint. The weapon blueprint they show is going to be for the M26, which is the shotgun, the mass shotgun there in the game. It looks like a really nice looking blueprint. At first I thought this was a HK416 blueprint for the M4, but the magazine on there was a dead giveaway, and then when you read into it a little bit more on the blog post, it is for that M26 mass shotgun. But that's a really nice looking blueprint for that weapon. Those are the kind of blueprints I would like to see that make me question which kind of weapon that actually is. I thought it was an assault rifle at first, and then I had to really look at it a little bit more to figure out that it was that M26 mass shotgun. So those will be coming. They at least have one starter pack detailed here on the blog post. We'll have to wait and see if there's going to be any additional ones coming. Again, those are going to be about $5 in the store tomorrow. At least this one is, and I'm sure more will come down the road with some very unique looking blueprints, which is nice to see. I haven't seen that specific blueprint for the M26 mask quite yet, so that'll be nice. And again, that's going to be a legendary blueprint. So the legendary ones typically change the entire cosmetic of the weapon, which is really nice to see. Now, next up, we get that new sniper rifle. So I know we covered this in the launch of Season 4 when we first got that initial roadmap. So it's called in-game the Rytec AMR. And initially, a lot of people speculated because it was leaked in the game files that it was the XM109, which is just a different variation of the Barrett M107 anti-material rifle. So Rytec AMR meaning anti-material rifle. It looks to be, and especially detailed here in the blog post, it's saying that it is a 50 caliber sniper rifle. So it looks to be, to me, an M107 or a Barrett M82. So we'll have to wait and see what specifically it is, if there will be different attachments for different types of rounds, which will be those more grenade type rounds that we see with the XM109 AMR versus the Barrett M107 or the Barrett M82 as it's dubbed when it was adopted by the United States military. So I'm looking forward to doing that conversion. We'll probably cover that tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. Again, that's a semi-automatic 50 cal sniper rifle. So if you guys obviously played COD 4 or COD Remastered, you'll be familiar with that. And I believe it was also in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Not sure if it was in MW3. I didn't play too much multiplayer in that one because Battlefield 3 came out at the time, and I am a big fan of Battlefield as well, and I feel they offered a better product at the time. But comment down below if it was. I really do not recall from my limited time playing Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, but that'll be really nice to get our hands on that brand new sniper rifle. I can't wait to see how that handles, being that it is an AMR anti-material rifle. It's not, if it is based more so on what the purpose is for the rifle, if we're calling it, if it's going to be the Barrett M107, then it should not be really great against infantry at sniper rifle ranges, but it will be really, really good at punching through walls and vehicles and taking out basically just targets other than humans, basically, is what it was designed for, which is why it's called the anti-material rifle. So this is really going to be something that will take out all the vehicles. Choppers may have a much less impact in the Warzone now, that if people are going to be running around with the M107 and be able to take this thing out possibly in just a few hits, especially being semi-auto. It could be pretty quick if you're able to mount it. So really excited to get the weapon conversions on that tomorrow. Again, the Rytec AMR looks a lot like the M107 or the Barrett
right here.
M82. So we'll be covering that tomorrow, probably for our conversion series, as well as anything else that comes with the weapon conversions going forward. New multiplayer mode, Team Defender. It's a lot like Capture the Flag. Never really played that before. Probably won't play it too much. There's going to be some more items in the store added as well. As we covered the other day when I did the giveaway video for announcing the winners for the giveaway. So again, if you haven't looked at that, the giveaway winners already contacted me with that video itself. I went into more information from COD Tracker on the bundles that we have, mainly with the Milsim operators coming. So we have a Balkan Milsim operator as well as a Russian Spetsnaz FSB operator coming as well, which has equipped with that Altan helmet, which would be really nice to see. Again, you can find that in the COD Tracker. So hopefully we'll get one or maybe even both of those tomorrow. But again, that's probably going to be more of the in-store items that we'll see going forward, basically because they're detailed there on the COD Tracker since the launch of Season 4, so they should be coming up here right around the corner for those Milsim operators, and then I'm sure some more are going to be added for the remainder of Season 4 as well, which is really exciting. So, new Warzone updates. Again, we have the spotter scope, which will be added. Now, this is going to be a scope essentially to do the purpose of if you're trying to look at targets with your sniper rifle, it won't give away scope glint. So it's going to be a lot like when you're calling it an airstrike, the binoculars that you get for that. So it's going to be a spotter scope. There will be no glint with it, and I'm not sure what the magnification is going to be for the zoom. I'm assuming it'll be probably around like 5 to 6 times magnification. Can't be too good, but it can't be too little as well, and you need to be enticing players to use it. So the plus is obviously you don't have any scope lint on that weapon, or the binoculars themselves for the spotter scope, and you're allowed to see basically what's going on off in the distance to figure out where you want to move in the Warzone on that Battle Royale map and coordinate with your teammates where you want to be moving to. So that'll be nice to see. New Gulag weapons, new contracts, so supply run should be pretty interesting. It sounds like if you pick this up, it'll basically have you go to a nearby buy station and maybe do an objective or two. You have a limited amount of time to get there, and then if you do, it sounds like things will be on sale. So that'll be really nice to see as well. And then Jugernaut Royale, there's going to be 3 Jugernaut drop crates that'll be dropped throughout the map. There'll be 3 active at once on the map. When one dies, it'll take a little bit for that one to recycle and redrop, and then again a team can pick those up. So that should be interesting. That's going to be another limited time mode. Whether that's coming tomorrow or not, we'll have to wait and see. But that should be really interesting to see how that plays out and how OP the Juggernauts are, if they are OP. If they keep the same health as they do in multiplayer, I don't think it should be too much of a problem, because you really can't engage people very well with that minigun at range. You have to really be kind of in a close to medium range. So if you're able to engage that Juggernaut at even a medium to longer range with a machine gun or anything like that, they should be pretty easy to take out. But again, that'll be really fun to play and see how that handles. Now, the big one is the weapon balancing. So the patch notes should be out later tonight. I know Ashton commented about that on Twitter. They should be available tonight on the Infinity Ward Twitter page once the update is getting ready to go live. So I know everyone's been asking for it, especially myself, as the ground nerf. So we'll have to see what they do to it. I think it's pretty clear at this point that they're definitely going to be nerfing it, since everybody in the game is using one of 2 meta growl builds right now. One with just iron sights, and then one with basically a VLK optic on there as well. So that's really all you see in Warzone right now. That's pretty much all I ever died to for the past month and a half, I want to say. And if it's not that, it's going to be basically one of 2 MP5 builds as well. So had to see if they do any nerfs to the MP5, what they buff, what they nerf besides those 2 weapons. But it'll be really good to have a little bit of a better balance with a lot of the primary assault rifles, specifically now that we don't have the growl that's just head and shoulders above the rest. You know, I picked this thing up the other day in a game. I don't use it at all because I think it's extremely overpowered, and really, in my opinion, doesn't really, no knock on everybody if they use it, but it really doesn't take any skill to use. There's really no recoil on it, and I picked this thing up coming back from the Gulag. I killed a guy and picked it up and met up with my squad and just had this thing. We ran into another squad, and I just melted through that squad by myself in a matter of probably 10 to 12 seconds, and I didn't even need to try. There was no recoil. It was just extremely easy. So I'm really excited for them to get rid of that weapon as far as meta height that the weapon has right now. Nerf it down a little bit, give it a little bit more. It needs a lot more recoil. We're going to be honest here. It needs a lot more recoil. It needs a much higher movement as well as ADS speed penalty. So bring it in line. It has a 29-inch barrel, I want to say, is the longest barrel on that one, which is right up there with some of the sniper rifles in the game. So the movement speed on that and the recoil is just insane. So I'm really excited to see what they're doing with it, as well as what other weapons they're buffing with. I use all basically non-meta weapons on this channel, so I'm really excited to see which one of the weapons that I consistently like to use myself may have a better place going forward in Warzone. That'll be really nice to see. Maybe the AK will get a nice buff there as well, which will be pretty cool. So that's basically all with what we know for the Season 4 Reloaded updates via the Activision blog. Basically all the news we have as of now. I'll have to see what these weapon balancing updates look like with the patch notes. I'll try and share that when that comes out on Twitter, as well as we'll be covering it, I'm sure, in the videos going forward through this week. So go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of the Season 4 Reloaded for the roadmap, what you think, what you're most excited for, what kind of store updates you want to see as far as additional milsim operators, different weapon blueprints. I think one thing that I'm really excited to see going forward is going to be these starter packs. Whether or not any of the blueprints offered in them are pretty good. And like I said, there's a specific blueprint for that M26 mass shotgun in there, which basically adds a new handguard onto the weapon, which just makes it look night and day difference. As I said, I thought it was a HK416 at first, but it's actually a shotgun. So that's the kind of blueprints that I really like to see, is just make you question what is that weapon when you don't have it, when you see it out of context, you're not sure what it is. So that'll be really nice to see. Let me know down below, as well as it looks like Stadium may actually be open up too going forward. There's some shots here on the Activision blog. I'll put that link down below if you want to read for it yourself. But let me know again what you're most excited for the remainder of Season 4, for the Season 4 Reloaded, what you want to see for weapons, operators, blueprints going forward. And I'll leave you guys with that. Until next time, this is Buckner Gaming, out.
For this.